Hello and welcome to the Bite-Sized Manga Podcast. This week we're talking about Dragon Ball chapters 461 to 470, or if you're me reading this motherfucker, 267 to 276, almost. This week I'm
Almost.
joined by Ryu, Big Chillin'.
I'm big chilling for real.
It's Pokemon Season 1, Episode 38.
Yeah. I think
I'm your
I
host,
know what
Ben,
you're
as
referring to,
always.
actually.
Let's get into the chapter, shall we?
What's that
I
episode
do
name?
think I know what you're referring to, and that scares me. Oh my god.
What's the episode named?
I think it's Electric Soldier Porygon. I think that's the name. That's the title. I think it's Electric Soldier. I'm not sure. Electric Warrior, maybe.
Nah.
What
This is a
happened to
deep
the-
cut. This is a deep cut.
Probably
Yeah.
something happens in. Yeah, I thought maybe you were just referring to the title, but that's probably not it. So like,
No.
what
this
happened?
Is, so. Okay, fine. I'll explain this before we get into the chapters. So, Electric Soldier Porygon is a banned Pokemon episode. It is one of the
Yeah.
very few ones. It is banned because
Epilepsy.
it features a bunch of flashing lights very fast, and that causes several kids in Japan to go into epileptic shock after watching the episode. Earlier today, during setup, Hut
Right.
turned on his lights and they started flashing. So I went, I know what I'm doing for this week's title.
Yeah.
It's wild. I know you're a big Pokemon head, but I didn't know you were this deep.
I didn't know the episode like number off my head, but I knew that
Okay.
it was there. I knew it was there, and I looked up the number. But
Okay, fair enough. I thought you did the top of your head, which is crazy.
I thought it was in like the 40s, 50s somewhere. I was off on that.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, now let's get into the chapters, and we're back in Christmas season, of course.
Nice.
Yeah, I got nothing to represent this.
Me neither.
We get off with Boo, who is very much in the Christmas spirit.
Why?
He's eating
Because of-
cookies.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm so happy you said that before I started yapping.
What were you gonna say?
Well, you know, I was like, what? Because of the murder of random people.
What the? What? He's probably,
Jesus.
You think he's the Grinch?
On his
or,
birthday.
Like,
Oh no.
You know, just historically, a lot of Christians have used religion as a
okay.
thing for
were-
murder. So I was
You-
like tying that to it.
Okay,
look,
so you were going deep with that, bro. Like
that's where I'm at today. Don't ask me. It wasn't a good one. That's why I'm happy he stopped me. But now we're on this fucking like trial of my random fucking joke that I came up with like half a second. Can we move on?
So, Bobbity is like, "Oh yeah, you're mine," and he's like, "No, I don't think so."
I'm sure that's what he sounds like too.
Oh yeah,
No.
definitely.
Yeah,
A
I do
high-pitched voice.
imagine like, woo, ah.
I'm Boo.
Is that I feel
That's actually how he sounds, bro. That right there. That's
Never heard Boo before. Just want to clarify that I never have.
I have. I just don't remember. So
I
Fair
have,
enough.
and I do remember. So.
We got all three.
Bop, bop, bop. That's why the series works.
Yeah, it does.
So Boo's fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
He's
but
just
in a like way of just he looks like easy. He doesn't look like he cares, and then just like the strongest motherfucker out there.
Yeah, it's like the other like villains that we've had are very sinister, very like, you know, they just love being evil. And whilst that's good, you know, it's good on its own. But having Boo here, who is just kind of like childlike in the way that he goes about things, like he's like a childlike joy, which in any other context is adorable. But here, it's used for murder, which is
Yeah,
terrifying.
yeah, because he is like, oh, murder, yippee. Just that's it. It's just he likes to kill, and that's
And
it's
like,
fun.
it would be like kind of cute or weird, like if it did, like if you sucked at, it was just like weak as shit, right? Like you have some characters in some other media where like there's like I love murder, and then they're like tiny motherfuckers, and then they can't do any murder, and it's like, oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here, this motherfucker's strong. He's actually killing people. He's eating them. Terrifying.
Yeah, and like he's doing the thing that Goku did, Goku does, where he doesn't have that much aura around him, but as soon as he needs to attack, he spikes it up in a
Yeah.
millisecond.
Using steam, like he does like the steam outlet thing.
Yeah, he's like a steam engine that just
Yeah.
like pops from everywhere.
It's like, oh, I'm angry.
It's like Murderous Thomas the Tank Engine.
Nice.
I mean, in the way, the holes remind me of a character from Hunter x Hunter, from the spiders. I think that's manga spoilers. The guy that has the holes through him, from the tribe of dancing.
No idea.
Oh,
I got nothing done.
fair enough. But yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, he's more like a lot like Boo is big and he is like very slender, but he has a lot of holes through him, so that kind of element reminds me of
Well, I
that.
mean, he regens
I-
most of it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like he just kind of changes his body, like however he needs to. Boo has evil Toon Force.
Yeah.
Like he has Toon
That's-
Force, but
That's-
he's evil. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was
mean-
like thinking when he gets like his steam out of his head,
Mhm.
like how cartoon characters when they get angry they get like steam out of their
Yeah.
ears. Yeah, it's like it's the same thing.
And also like how he
Probably.
just pulled, like I don't know,
yeah, just pulled like
just
a piece of him.
something.
For Dabra, I like
piece
to
of him,
capture him.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Vegeta.
feel like that's fun. Like we have Piccolo who did like his arm stretch in like the Ten Shibukai, like original U Junior Piccolo, like when we
Yeah,
first
but
met.
yeah.
I was like, it's like that's also kind of cartoonish, right? But like in that
That was
way,
played very straight, I feel like. Whereas Boo
Yeah.
is a lot more like, and
his
I think,
body
like,
is more
Boo-
malleable than Piccolo's.
Yeah, but also like Boo, I think fits a Toon Force label a bit more because everybody else around him just kind of like fills the role of straight man. Because like in a comedy duo, for those who don't know, like you have your like comedic character, you have your straight man. Like straight man is the one more often than not reacting to the humorous actions of the comedic character. And here, like Boo is obviously like the comedic character, and then the straight man is everybody else around him because they're fucking terrified of him. So that also helps to elevate like Boo's kind of like Toon Force esque vibe, or just like cartoony vibe of him being like the goofy one, but combining that with the others aren't the straight man because that's the character dynamic. They're the straight man because of how scared they are. Feeds even more into what makes Boo terrifying.
Yeah, that's fair. Because like, when Gohan tries to like run with Kaioshin, like he like he like Boo's like oh, and then just jumps after and past them, like in an instant. So like the power that he has is insane, and Gohan's like we gotta just run, and like he's very serious and stuff, Gohan, and he's like we gotta get out of here while we still can. And Boo's like oh, I'm just gonna catch up to them, like just very chill about it and just goofy about it.
Yeah, like he's playing around, and it's like, and it's less that like we've had other characters once again like be that like I'm gonna play with you type evil, but then it's like I'm gonna play with you because I love seeing you squirm. This is I'm gonna play with you because I love playing, and you might die. That's a sacrifice
Sometimes you
I'm
might
willing to
die.
make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like coming.
Yeah, like it's either like the Frieza kind, playing with their opponents because loving
Because
to
you're
see
better
the
than them.
terror in their face or whatever.
93.
Right? And then you have Boo on the other side. Being like, oh, this is fun. I'm winning. I'm just better. Cool. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
And
It's
someone
that like
else.
I can't remember what that was, but I've seen something or read something at some point where they had a very similar thing where it was like a kid that was very powerful and didn't know what they were doing, and accidentally killed like the person taking care of them, and it was like, hey, get up, and it's like that was a fucking heart wrenching scene where they were just like, I don't know, I don't remember.
That
what it was.
sounds
Was
familiar.
Yeah, like I think it's an anime,
does.
but I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know which one.
Okay, so if we all know it, that narrows it down significantly.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
no,
mean,
wait,
I could've
because
seen it.
Ryu knows too much shit about series he hasn't read.
Or what?
Why do you ruin things, Ryu? Ruining Ryu. I got his title for next week.
Oh god.
Ryu the Ruiner.
Anyways, after Boo's awakening, we also get the conclusion to Goku and Vegeta's fight.
True.
Which
Well,
is
I mean, it's
Truce?
like they call a truce, and then
yeah,
and then Vegeta just like fucking KOs him because he's like, I mean, you were caught off guard. I got you. I
I mean,
got you.
we get a conclusion. It's like it is
Yeah.
one, but it's not like might not
I
be
don't think
satisfactory.
Vegeta
It's
would
not
have
a
been happy with this.
satisfying one.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even think Vegeta would have been happy with this.
Oh,
Because
he
it's not
definitely
prideful.
Definitely isn't. He counted
like-
if he counted he counted the first one as a loss against Goku, even though he got teamed up on whatnot, and now he had to like do like cheap tactic to like knock him out, right? So he probably
Yeah.
doesn't even count that, right?
Because like the thing that happened with this fight is like they called it truce, and then he got powered up again by the sensor beam,
Senzu bean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then he just knocked him. 'Cause, like that's like because he was just like at just a way better healthy state, but just like that's like fighting a
No.
sick man. You're not doing that. Like it's
No,
just,
he knocked him out. He knocked him out before he got the sensu. Goku
did?
was Goku was looking
Yeah.
away, taking out the sensu bean, and then Vegeta knocked him out while he was distracted.
Yeah, and that's
that,
how
I
he caught
see.
him off guard because he's like, "Oh, give me the
Mm.
senzu. I'm gonna like we can go over there." And it was like, "Okay, sure." And when he went, "Okay, sure," Kapel.
Yeah.
Mm.
Strike the back of the head.
Yeah. I mean, it was expected because like Vegeta is now like purely not purely evil, but he is more towards his evil tendencies because of the Majin.
Well, I mean, I don't know how true that is.
He is more evil than he normally like. He let go of more of his humane side. Like he is a little more on the evil side. He isn't fully taken over by the like Majin Mark or like Babidi, but like he is still like closer to
Yeah.
being
I mean,
evil.
like, whilst that is like the way that it is explained at the start, like when this all like goes on and he gets the mark. I don't know like how true that is considering his actions, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
I think there's a very solid argument to make where it it kind of like did latch onto something there, and it did make him act irrationally, but or like act more prideful, act more like his old self, but that the part of him that has become like more humane, that has become compassionate, that has like found love for his new family, that part is just genuinely like stronger and by good margin than like those tendencies. Because like yeah, there was something for the mark to grab onto, but there's a reason he didn't get taken over, and I don't think that reason is his pride. I think that reason is Vegeta's character. I think that reason is the fact that he is just a like a good person now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that's fair.
like later on, Piccolo does say he's gonna, go to hell. Yeah, which is kind of deserved from what he's gone through. But
I've
he's
been
changed
a lot of murdering.
a lot of murder, but he has changed as a person.
Yeah,
Right.
it turns out that the afterlife system isn't the way that anime fans would have it be, which is that if you show even a little bit of remorse right at the end, we forgive you fully, apparently.
Like
So many genocidal maniacs have been forgiven that way.
Looking at you, Fairy Tale. Anyway,
what's his name? What's it? I was gonna go with a Good Place reference, but I completely forgot his name. I completely.
It's not
Help
happening.
me out here, man! Come on.
I don't know who the fuck you mean.
He-
Nobody
he-
committed
there-
genocide.
No way, Norwalk.
Brent
Norway.
Yeah, he got a big redemption at the end, and it didn't count fully.
I mean, like it counted, like he did like he did, but that's also like the way that it works in the Good Place is like you're scoring like like morality, right? And like he
Mhm.
like his reflection on like being a bad person right at the end is what made him become a more moral person right at the end.
Mhm.
Like so he was improving, that doesn't mean that he was forgiven.
True. Also, there's
Anyway.
definitely genocide in the Good Place. 100%.
Of course there were, like, of course there was, but like they'll fill the test, so
Somewhere.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, we cut to the kids. Well, kids, Goten and Trunks.
Yeah,
They are
children.
kids. They are picking
They're
you.
literally that small.
They're literally 12.
Not even.
Not even. They're like 8, 10.
They're like 8,
something like that.
7, 8. 7. Goten is 7. Trunks is 8. Should be. Well,
Yeah.
no. Maybe less than that. Since it's time
I
skip
want
is
to
7.
say, I want to go on record saying I hate these kids. They shot at Piccolo.
I was like, oh fuck, Piccolo's dead. And I was like, wait a minute. And then when he reappeared, I was like, oh yeah, of course, he can fucking regenerate.
Dude, I was so mad, and then like I saw him, was like, wait, did I miss a page?
that makes sense.
and then he explained, and it was like, oh right,
Regeneration.
we noticed. The thing is, we knew he could generate this much because of Cell. Because Piccolo never showed this much.
Mm-hmm.
Cell did. Like Piccolo only showed an arm and like maybe his like half body. No, that was also Cell. Like it
That
was
was
Cell that
Cell.
did most of the generation.
But it's all Piccolo based, so
Yeah, so Piccolo can do it too. But we never seen Piccolo actually do it himself.
now we have.
Maybe he learned from Cell. From seeing
Maybe
Cell
he
do
went,
it.
Ayo, because Cell went, Ayo, maybe I can do that, and then Cell did more of it, and then Piccolo went, Ayo, maybe I can do that, and then he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he
Piccolo's like, wait, I don't think I can even do that. Wait, can I? And then,
Then almost kills himself and then does it.
yeah, okay. I was like, oh yeah, it does
Just
work.
test it out.
All right, let's try.
Yeah.
Could
Gotta
you
experiment.
could you imagine it didn't work though? Like you just okay, let me do this. Mess up his head.
Thinking about it, is it just Piccolo because he's a warrior class, or is it his entire race that can do it?
Okay, Dende, come here.
That's what I was thinking.
We know,
Come here, buddy.
we know Nail can do it, but he's also a warrior.
A
type.
warrior. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it just
But-
warriors that can do it?
I don't
Because we like,
haven't
all the other
seen
people
the
weren't warriors
magician.
types.
They had all their limbs.
Yeah.
True,
don't
they
think
died
we-
from just like excess.
Big-
Like how?
I mean, like, I think if Piccolo gets hooked by Boo, it doesn't matter. Like, I think
No.
that's more like about the disparity of powers. Like, Frieza was that much stronger.
And Vegeta as well.
than the
I think that's what
not,
it is.
Not the Piccolos, than the
The
Namekians.
Piccolo's. Whoa, racist! Damn.
To be fair, it's just, oh no, they're all back. Never mind. I was gonna say it's just them left, but on Earth, the rest are all still on the second Namek.
I want a Dragon Ball type sitcom called The Piccolos.
The fucking French intro started playing in my head.
French intro of Dragon
Friend.
Ball?
Friends.
I'll be
No one
there
told
for
me.
you. I'll
Piccolo's face and
never
everyone.
No one told me life was gonna
be
be
this way. Every time you hear a clap after that, it's just a different image of Frieza killing the minions.
The fucking city's blowing up over the planet.
The planet blowing up.
So
We should
that's how
have
the
a
intro ends.
Oh, we should have a Frieza show, and every time it happens, we get a genocide, a new genocide. New
And you're
genocide.
gonna genocide. And you're
You
gonna
get it. Could you imagine? Oh yeah, that would be a
Crazy.
peak series. Oh, I would. I would
Because
love
of the
that.
pointing at the
genocide?
Saiyans, pointing at the Namekians.
Anyways, okay. We do see the kids come to and Vegeta afterwards, arrive with Boo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Before that
Uh,
happens, though, we do have Dabra being eaten.
No, that happened.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
there.
no, that happens before. It's like, oh, I'm gonna eat the Supreme Kai, and just gets his spear stabbed through him. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
Dabura becomes a big old cookie.
And then he eats them in one bite. I thought he was gonna like knob on it, like it was like,
Like nibble on it. No, he just fucking eat Kirby that shit. And just
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot
Yeah.
of that was a lot of shit.
Big omnums.
That was big. Emphasis on big. Okay, so that
Yeah.
was like, it goes to the Toon Force thing. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to comment on Boo's abilities much because I think it's just whatever the fuck. I think
It's
it's
a
just
whole-
as long as he like wants it and it's just like, oh, I want to do this, then
Like
he
a
can
Gear,
just do that, and like I guess we just gotta be okay with it.
like a
Yeah,
Gear 5
because
sort of thing.
it's not even just his body; his clothes heal as well. Because he gets a hole right blown through him, and we can see the sky
Well-
behind him. He has a cape on. The cape is back to normal afterwards.
And also,
Well,
we'll
we
get to
when
it
he
later.
when he became a cloud and like started deforming, I think he just makes clothes. That like he just like
He's like Piccolo.
molds
He's got the
clothes around
clothes
himself.
beam.
I forgot. Oh my god, he still has that.
yeah,
Of course.
Piccolo canonically
He
Yeah,
has
used it
clothes
recently
beam.
on Gohan. He used it on Gohan as well when he was like going
Yeah.
like a little bit back when Gohan wanted to have his outfit. Like, here, go on.
clothes,
It's
bro.
without a doubt his most useful ability.
I would pay
It's
so
it's
much
crazy.
money for a Piccolo clothing brand, bro. Oh my god. Could you just imagine? He could just like, okay, whatever.
Don't bring
Could
up the
just-
shoes, please. I saw you go for it. Don't bring up the shoes.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about
Don't
it.
do it.
And the Gucci shoes.
It crossed my mind. I was gonna be like, is it just Gucci?
I hate those shoes. I hate those shoes so
Man, I
much.
never knew Piccolo was so drippy, man. Oh my god.
He's got bars, dude.
Thought he looked like a bum this whole time, but no. He's actually
He's got racks on racks, dude.
So
It
are
looks
we-
like a dried out turnip. I hate it.
They look like the first Halloween pumpkin. Used
It looks
turnips,
like
by
what
the way.
happened if you had even less moisture inside of a carrot.
Freeze right
God.
carrot.
So, do you think like Piccolo could like perfectly recreate other brands to like make it look exactly the same? Because like,
Probably.
could he just just like sees a Gucci shirt and just like now I have a Gucci shirt, you know?
Piccolo's like AI image generation. Gotta input exactly what you want, otherwise you get fucked up shit.
Yeah, like twice from My Hero, he has to like measure everything correctly. That's like that's how I imagine Piccolo. He has to measure.
I
Like, the
was
clothes
more
correctly, the
thinking
fabric.
how what's her name from My Hero, the girl that can make stuff but has to know the
Momo.
entire
Momo,
like
yeah.
makeup
Yeah.
of that material and like how it's
Yeah.
made. I feel like it's more like that.
I can see that.
More knowledge
yeah,
based.
yeah, that would
Look,
make
it's
sense.
fine because I can just show him pictures of Sam Raimi Spider-Man and he can get me the suit.
True.
Got it.
Oh, I would love that suit. Oh my god.
The texture
Oh.
on it, because like the webbing is like it's got like width to it.
Yeah, it got 3D.
Yeah,
It's like
that's-
3D ribbing over the
Yeah.
like web.
Like the other ones. Forget about it. Well, to be
Forget
fair,
about
the
it.
Mark Webb one also kind of fire.
Ooh.
True.
Yeah.
I think like suit wise, like I feel like the Tom Holland Spider-Man really got like cucked on the suit. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just like it's so like it's too like just
The regular one
flat.
is too
Flat,
flat.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
so full. Yeah.
it's just too cotton layer.
Doesn't
But
have
like
texture.
he has cool outfits, like the robot, like
Like
the
the
one he has
Iron
like
Spider?
Endgame. Yeah, the Iron Spider
Yeah.
is really sick.
Do you think Piccolo could make technological clothes?
Nanobots?
That,
I think
that
it's
would be-
out of its
that-
scope.
Ah,
I feel
yeah,
like that goes too far. Because then you're talking about a something that resembles clothing, but it's actually robots instead of being clothing that's made from robots. If that makes sense. Like it's not clothing. It's something that resembles clothing, but is actually just a bunch of robots.
See, that makes sense.
I'd
can
ask
see
for the
that.
fake hammer from Usopp, the 10-ton hammer.
That's good.
Nice. Just have it on
It's
your back.
accessory.
It's
Accessory,
a
it
Spider-Man
works.
suit with the fake 10-ton hammer. That's what I'm getting from the Piccolo clothes.
Put max potential, man.
Where were we?
Vegeta
well-
and Boo fight.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. So Vegeta like blows up like half the fucking field they're on, makes a giant fucking crater, and Boo just comes out of it unscathed.
That was quick. Wait, no, we gotta go back.
Okay, whoa, hold
You
on,
went
whoa, 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 whoa.
you went
This is
too
some
far
bullshit.
into-
This is some
you went too-
bullshit. You skipped the important part.
Yes, like bro.
Well, the hole. I said the hole. We passed the hole.
You can't just go into the bro.
You can't just call that a hole. That's the culmination of Vegeta's entire character arc. Him sacrificing his last moments with his son.
Oh, God, man.
With,
Just-
with no feelings.
I
No-
mean, like Vegeta does everything. Like it shows that he has grown a lot, and he cares for Trunks, and he has shown that he cared for Trunks, even like future Trunks. But this now fully is his son. It's not just a future version of his son; it's his actual son, and through that, he now shows that he has become humane. He hasn't gotten a human name, but he has become human in a way.
Fair.
Mhm.
That's a great way to put it. The way I look at the scene, and I fucking hate it. Why, you may ask? Because it's great. And then he sacrifices himself. And it's emotional. It hits. What happens in the first page of the next chapter? Oh, that's what Dragon Balls are for.
Yeah,
Throwing in the
It's some
pillow.
bullshit. It's like the entire emotional weight of this is immediately undercut by the next chapter. Like, because it just like I fully forgot about this because it's really well written and really emotional. And then you go, oh right, I guess it doesn't matter. And
like
we've talked about it before. Like death is inconsequential in Dragon Ball. Like this is the point where it's become inconsequential to the point where it is making the story actively worse, in my
yeah.
opinion.
The thing is, they talked about like him going to hell, so not being able to be recovered, or like being able to fight with with Goku in that. So like in my brain, like that kind of became like, oh, so we can't get him back. Like
Yeah,
I like auto filled that in of like, oh, so he is
I
gone
didn't even
fully.
think about that. I was just like, oh, okay, so I guess some like it will still have consequences for some people. Like he's not
Yeah,
gonna have his body, so he can't come back. Like yeah, I guess I did like think about it that way. And then like Yamcha says that shit. I'm like,
Mhm.
right.
Well,
Yeah,
he has to get back the people that Vegeta killed, right? Piccolo didn't mention the Dragon Balls resurrecting him at all. It was like, okay, you'll die, you'll go to hell, you'll get a new soul, your soul will be purified, you'll get a new body, your memories will be wiped. Out you go, right? That's how Piccolo described it.
who is
So,
Kami? Like so,
and
like
this is
he,
also,
sorta,
yeah, and this is
right?
also the second time Vegeta has died. So the Earth Dragon Balls can't bring him back.
Dendes can.
No,
Aren't they different? Because it's a different dragon, has two wishes, like is a different
yeah, but that's
Shenron.
still that one still brings people back in bulk. That's still able to bring people back in bulk.
so
Mhm.
then
While
they
the
can't have multi run. Yeah, but like
and
the thing is, we're like even then. Okay, cool. Hey, King Kai, can you ask the Namekians for this?
hey
Yeah.
Namekians, can you bring back the guy that killed your village, please?
But
Pretty
isn't
please.
Dende the last remaining member of the
No,
Dragon Ball clan?
Dragon Clan? No, no.
No?
Namek still has Dragon Clans.
But
Elder
even still,
Elder
like
Mori is still part of the
like
Dragon Clan. So
all of this is an aside. This is a discussion that we can have about how they can do it.
Hmm.
And like the point isn't that whether or not factually this discussion comes into yes or no. The point is this is a discussion we don't know for sure, and it's a very real possibility that none of this will matter. That this emotional
that is true.
sacrifice will be made into nothingness in
Made
like
void.
10 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like we've been here too much, we've done this too often. It now doesn't matter whether or not it becomes permanent in the end. The emotional impact of these moments has been voided.
There's the panel of him being like, goodbye, Bulma, Trunks, and yes, even you, Kakarot, is such a good panel. It's an amazing fucking panel to just read.
Iconic.
It's a fucking iconic. And it's also, Boo is genuinely like, oh, he opens his eyes. He's like, oh, fuck. This is scary. Like, Boo finds it scary. and that just implies the strength of the ability. And we have talked about it before, like earlier on with like Gohan, young baby Gohan, where emotions tied to power. I feel like this attack is probably the strongest Vegeta has ever done, and probably might even ever do, because of the amount of emotion that is behind it.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with that last part because
Dragon
I
Ball power
think
scaling is bullshit.
that is not true.
It's
Okay,
true.
nah. I was gonna say because Gohan is the only one that has showcased that emotions give power. Right? He, the half breed, is the only one that's ever gotten a power up from his emotions.
Cool. Suicide bombing stronger.
Yeah,
Cool. Go on, then blow up half the planet.
Okay.
that was,
Hut, I hate you because like I know the answer to this and like why it's bullshit, and I hate that I know that. What have you done to me?
Anyways, regardless, that
Power scaling's bullshit.
power scaling is bullshit, but power scaling is also necessary for any shonen or most shonen. Regardless, right?
It's necessary for most stories.
Yeah, it's
Like
necessary.
I'm thinking
most
D and
stories
D,
in
the
general.
same thing happens, right? Like in D&D, you start off with like lesser and lesser enemies, but you grow up, you become stronger, so your enemies become stronger.
Like the longer a story goes on, naturally the threats will have to escalate. Because
Yeah.
if they get smaller, then you start wondering why do these characters struggle with this? When we've seen them do bigger things, but they shouldn't struggle with this, and that is bad for audience investment. And really, what a story is always trying to do is keep their audience invested. So anything that's going to give you worse odds of that is a terrible, terrible idea.
Yeah. So especially so like in stories where power struggles in some ways has a factor, power scaling is important, right? But
Like it's important to a point, though. I think a lot of like, especially anime fandoms, like they take that too far.
yeah, see, that's true. But that's like that's like the fandom, right? I feel like if you that's like a section of the community or whatever, right?
Yeah, but like when I
And
say like power scaling is bullshit, like with regards to Dragon Ball, I don't mean that like the fans have taken it too far, which they have. I'm not gonna say that that they haven't. I'm saying that like the way that that Dragon Ball fights scale is bullshit. Like
like
it
the
does like
scale is too high.
it goes way too fast. It goes way too high. It goes way too like abstract as well. Like I like for example like um I mean, I feel this way. I felt this way ever since like Super Saiyan. Like after Super Saiyan, the way that Dragon Ball starts scaling is just it's too much. Like I get that like in the Cell Saga, we spent the entire arc trying to go a level beyond Super Saiyan. I'm okay with that for like reading it, but the second I start thinking about it, I get kind of pissed off. Because like think about what like Super Saiyan represented to the Saiyan race as a whole, how rare it was, how legendary it was. It was the legendary Super Saiyan, the one of them, one.
Mm-hmm.
None
Now
of what
think
is
about
represented. It was just a story. No one in the universe of Saiyans, the entire history of Saiyans, like Saiyan
I mean,
species,
like
was able to do
like
it.
I'm sure there was like somebody
Might have
at
been
some
one.
point, but like it was all hearsay for us.
Yeah.
And then Goku does it, awesome, epic, iconic, legendary moment, fantastic. Next arc, Vegeta's got it. Okay, we got Gohan doing it. Then we get fucking Future Trunks who does it, which is like a bit more, which is also like kind of wild at the start, but he starts doing it. And then like we hit the point where the fucking 8-year-olds can do it, and I'm just like, okay, you need to go fuck yourself.
And presumably they
See,
have been able to do it for a while. The 8-year-olds.
Yeah, like and like and
see,
even like
I
after this into like Super, I'm also like bullshit.
yeah, makes sense. See, I don't really like it either. But I think of it as sort of like innovation, right? For example, cars a long time ago, only the rich people had it, right? And it was very limited, was looked at as rare, very rare, right? But nowadays, everyone has a car, right?
We could have been
Could
traveling via
everyone could have a
trebuchet.
car. Yeah, exactly. But everyone can have a car, right? That's how I feel Super Saiyan has become. It was this legendary thing back in the day, but now Goku, years and years later, has achieved it, and now became like an innovator of it, and was able to like show it further away to the others, right?
But even then, innovation like that for it to be widely adopted takes decades, not 5 years
Yes, but this
or
is also a
however
very
long it was.
A small
yeah, but
group
this
of
is
people.
also a very small group of people, right? It's not like a
Five.
whole wide world, right? This is
Yeah, I
very
guess that's
different.
true. But it's still like I
Listen,
feel
it makes
like you're right. But I said, but like you even said it yourself. You hate it too. It sucks.
yeah, I don't like it. There's something else in this arc that I also really hate.
I know what you're talking about. I can't mention it yet, but that
We
goes
can't
precisely
mention
to
it.
my point.
Yeah, we can't mention it, but I really
It
fucking hate
pisses
it.
me off
It
so
pisses
much. It pisses me off so
yeah,
much.
yeah, I agree. It pisses me the fuck off, right?
There's one
But
more power up, right? That is like that they talk about.
Yeah, but
Fusions.
yeah,
fusion,
fusions.
yeah.
Which fusions, like we will get. I feel like we'll get to it when we get to it. Like
I
it's
feel like
mentioned
so.
here. The idea of Goten and Trunks doing it is what's brought up.
Yeah, and I don't really think I like that idea, but it might
I
be their
don't
best
mind
shot.
it. Fusion, it seems like a pretty interesting concept. Right.
It's interesting, but
The big
like
butt.
I'm divided on it because whilst I think it's cool, I also think that the Dragon Ball problem persists. The Dragon Ball problem, precisely what we just talked about, like it gets like absorbed too much into just regular shit. Like, and I know, like, I'm not normally the one to bring up anime movies or spin-offs or whatever stuff like that. But because I've played Dokkan Battle, I've seen a lot more of these like side characters and shit like that. And motherfucker, the Dragon Ball movies love to fucking bring up fusions every fucking time. Like, and I fucking I hate it so much. Like it comes up way too often. I feel like I've seen too many different forms of like Dragon Ball fusions, where to the point where I'm like, why are we even doing this?
Because
Is
it's
this
talked about
even
like this, like it's like teleportation. It's like only Goku
What?
can do this for now, and that like the one group of people, and the fusions like it's like his interpretation. But his like the fusion, he's like, oh yeah, this one race I also came across did this, and they became stronger by it. And like
Yeah.
if what Ben says is true, that in the movies a lot of people can do it, like either Goku has
I'm
taught all of them that, or they all went to that planet.
it's not that. It's not that like everybody can do it. It's just that like they do like all the computations. I feel like
Yeah, but that's
they do
like
all the variants and
That
I'm
could
like,
also be a
why
game thing of like
that's like
marketing.
yeah, it's like just marketing, right? That just happens to any series. Besides, it's not really canon, so it doesn't really, matter, right? It's
yeah,
like pretty.
I'm
It's
not
like
normally
if
the one to like put that up, but like it just rubs me the wrong way.
yeah,
That's
if it
fair.
would be like if I don't know, fucking everyone achieved Gear 5 in One Piece movies, right? Wouldn't be, but at the end of the day,
Okay,
it wouldn't.
that's a what if. If that happens, you're right, but they haven't done that because that'd be
Yeah, but
bullshit.
the point is, it doesn't matter, man. That's the whole fucking point. Okay, that's what I'm getting at. It doesn't matter. Okay, in the
No,
So
but
there are
Dragon
Dragon
two
Ball
Ball,
people.
has done this.
yeah,
One
it
Piece
has.
has two
It doesn't
people
matter.
in canon that can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it again, like it doesn't matter.
but that's like
Besides,
way more fine.
also, I'm gonna tell you right now,
Makes
right
more sense
now,
for that character as well.
in the movies, only Goku and Vegeta fuse, and another set of people, one more set of people. What you're thinking of, what you're thinking of, are the Dragon Ball Heroes games, which there is a specific game called Dragon Ball Fusions, and that the point of the whole game is fusions, and that's it. And that some of those fusions were in Dokkan, and that's it.
Okay,
Now
I
you know.
can see where they're from that.
Now you know. Okay.
Look, I still
So
hate it, but like
yeah,
I get the
Makes more
logic
yeah,
sense.
behind it.
yeah. You don't have to like it. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Anyways, so I wanted to bring up one thing that happened in the chapters,
Mhm.
which is that one, Vegeta knocking out Trunks remind me a lot of how Gohan knocked out Trunks in the future timeline. Because they did it the same way. Both did it to
shit, yeah.
sacrifice themselves. Both died at the end. Really cool.
That's sick, actually. Yeah.
hmm And 2, he was very violent towards Goten. He just straight up,
Little-
He did the
there's
same
a-
thing.
straight up.
Little bit of displacing anger.
Yeah.
He did the same thing as he did to Gohan on Namek when Gohan had the Dragon Ball 4.
Right.
He fucking instead of
Vegeta-
kneeing, he did a punch. But like,
Name
yeah,
a
I
more
like this.
iconic duo than Vegeta and beating up Goku's kids.
Goku isn't the bad father. Vegeta's the bad uncle.
Well, bro, Vegeta's gonna be on a generational run. Next kid, Goku has.
Punted
He's
into the
dead.
sun.
Goku is dead. I don't think he has more
Yeah.
kids, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna have more kids. But
Ghost
if ever,
sperm.
if he ever has more kids, it's gonna be a very fun time for Uncle Vegeta. So that's all I'm saying.
He's gonna have a field day. And with that, I mean he's gonna make a field goal into the goddamn sun with him. Put him there like
With the
that.
kid,
Oh,
yeah. Gonna punt it.
All right. With that, is there anything else that we want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Like, also we have Gohan, of course, like being with
Near-death.
Kaien. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't mention that at all. I mean, like, there's nothing much
Oh,
to
yeah.
mention. It just kind of happened. Like, oh no, he's dead. Oh no, he's not dead. Okay, we go.
Yeah,
some quick
and then
reflection,
Kaien finds
yeah.
him, like Kaien finds him just in the woods. And then like, Gohan, please be alive. And then they save him, and then they dip. Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Till
Then,
next week on Dragon Ball Z.
that's my thing.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
End the episode. Fuck it. God damn it. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Betrayal, I tell you.